I'm actually going to start in with the Tones of Turd palette, and I want to use the one called Baby Poop. Or do I want, well, now that I look at it up there, maybe I want Bowel Babe. I think I might want Bowel Babe. It's a little, no, it's, no, I'm going to go with Baby Poop. We're going to trust our first instincts today. Trust my first instincts. So, yeah, nice Cheeto color. Or Velveeta, if we're going to go with cheese. I'm just going to pop that across. It's almost more yellowy. And I definitely need to tweeze my eyebrows. This is more yellow than I thought it was going to be. Maybe my second instinct was better instead. We don't care. We're just playing. It's all going to be fine. So I'm going to go in with Bonfire next. And do what Angelica Nyquist calls it, the blob, which is just to blob it on the outer bit of your eye and then maneuver it around. But it's just the blob. Gosh, I have not got any fallout and I forgot to tap that off. I'm not one for tapping. And it picks up really easy. Oh gosh. It's like a nice brick color. The men folks are out doing the mowings. I thought he was finished, that's why I started, but no, he's definitely found more grass he wants to annihilate. That was very strong pigment. I'm going to just knock off the excess from my brush. It's not exactly red. I'll just put a light tap back into that Baby Poop. Just blend them better. Oh, look, this is pretty orange. That's when blending works best. When the colors actually make the new colors instead of me just having to go find one. Unfortunately, you can't do that with red. I just want to bring it just to the pit. So almost when I open my eye, you don't see it. Only when I blink. I'm just going to pop back in with some of that yellower shade on the top, so I don't lose it entirely. See, I got a nice blend here, but I'm not getting it on that side. I need to become ambidextrous so that my dominant hand on both sides will make a nice eye. Whether it will be the same eye though, that's probably the problem. Any ambidextrous folks out there who can tell me whether their hands will create a symmetrical look? I used to try and make myself ambidextrous. I used to practice writing with my left hand. So I figured, well, I practiced long enough with my right hand. If I practice hard enough with the other hand, surely it would work. I didn't get too bad. Printing's easier than cursive. I am a weird babbler. That's not what I had anticipated, but, you know, we will just see where it goes. I hadn't planned anything. It's just an adventure. I'm just playing with it. And they're in colors that I'm not as confident with. I want to stick more with the Bonfire palette. I'm just using the Tones of Turd one for, you know, if I really need a lighter shade, because there aren't many light shades for blending out those warm tones. This brush, I don't know what I used, but I can't get this green out of it. I've got two brushes that are stained green. I've not ever had green stain before. It's insane. And I'm gonna have to figure out, I'm gonna have to go back and look at, just to see like what green looks I've had and who had this like bright spearmint color. It's crazy. So it certainly didn't stain me. I didn't end up with green eyes at any point that I remember. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna tap the rest of that off because I don't need that much. Oh boy. I'm gonna knock it all off the brush. My gosh, it's fluoro. Oh, now I've got an idea. This one doesn't seem to want to play as much, or it's not spreading as easily as the red one, the Bonfire shade did. I mean, it's not terrible. It seems to want to stick where you put it. So doing the kind of tap, tap, tap and connect the dots might be the better option with that. It's a very dominant shade. I'm just going to keep blending and keep blending. I might just actually get a fluffier brush. I don't want to hurt my eye. Phone ran out of storage, so I had to do a whole bunch of swapsy, changey, deletey stuff, and now we're back on path. The only thing that I've done since that happened is I just did a little bit more blending, and I added some of the, what's that orange one called? Inferno. Just trying to just blend it a little bit on the outside, and I just deepened in that, the red called Bonfire a little bit more. I just didn't realize I'd been forgetting to do a little bit of the essential file maintenance. Gotta be on top of your file maintenance, apparently. There we go. I don't know what I want to do down here, but I feel like it should be bright. I don't want to use white. I'm starting to speak in rhyme. So I might use kindling just a little bit just to brighten under here. And then I'm gonna go in with blaze just across probably half the eye. We'll see. I might like it so much I do the whole thing. So I'm gonna get a little stamping brush, go into kindling just so you can see. That is this one here, and it just has, I don't know if it'll show, but you've got like well, you can see it certainly on the black pan there. It's got a gold sparkle attached to it. I just want to pop that right in here. It's a little more flaky, so I'm just tapping it on. No, it's very gold. It is very gold. And I might just lift that up into the corner a bit. I'm gonna go into the Tones of Turd palette, and I'm gonna go into the one that's that red sparkle called, well, on this one it's plugged up. I don't have the grounded one, so I don't remember what it was called, but that's what it looks like here. It has a very slight gold shift to it as well. And I just want to get that halfway and into the red. Get them blending a little bit. I actually find that gold is really bright. I'm trying not to, brush back and forth, because then it'll just have sparkles all down my face, and I don't want that. I want it to stick right where I put it. This one does seem to have a really dark base to it as well, so it's easier for smoking out. That's a one and done shade. I absolutely love that one, that plugged up one. It's super pretty. All right, that's all I want to do for that. Now I'm going to go in with just a short, dense brush, which is also stained green. And I'm going to go in with Blaze, which is, it does look more red on, looks more red on the camera. Maybe if I turn it that way, looks more red on camera than it does in the pan. In the pan, it looks more orange. Let's see what it'll look like on the eyes. I'm just going to try it. Oh yeah, it picks up really nice on a brush. Oh, yeah, it's much more red than it looks like it's gonna give. Reddish orange. Oh, that's super nice. I don't usually like reds, but maybe because it's more orange. Oh, does it have a bit? Looks like it has a kind of bronzy green in there as well. And just gentle taps off the side, so it's just a little bit. So it's like a concentrated metallic at the front, and then just like stardust off the side. So what do you call it when you have a bonfire and all the little sparks float up? What's that called? That's what that is. I didn't even have to wet that. Usually I have to use a setting spray or something so they don't fall down, but it's doing rather well. It's playing nice. That's hot. That is beautiful. I forgot to put my mic on. Well, hopefully the audio on that wasn't too horrible. Sorry. But noobs are gonna noob, aren't they? Yep. Yes, we are. I keep wanting to tap it higher and be like, ooh, what's it look like with the yellow? Ooh, what's it look like? Does it go pink? I'll look at it on the camera too when I do the edits. It's fun. It's not, I think that red isn't quite dark enough. I'm just thinking. I'll go in with the darkest brown. Red and green are double. If I go in with the green, it'll make a mud. I won't do that. It might work in watercolor paint, but it won't work here. I'm going to just grab a little bit of that dark brown, which is smoke. And I'm just going to try and just tap it in on the outer edge of the eye a bit. Oh, that's not quite right. I almost wish I had a black. You know, the one time that you don't get a black in a palette. I'm not going to spread that out too much. I'm going to keep it almost just there. And then I'll go back and I'll put the sparkle back in there. Tones of Turd has a dark brown as well. Skid mark. Wonder if I should try that. Yeah, look at that. That's just needed a little more darkness. Like smoke. It's a very aptly named shade. So I'm just going to tap back in with whatever little sparkle was left on that packing brush. I'm not liking the light gold. I don't know. I almost think it's too distracting. So I'm going to try and just hide it under some more of the redder shade and just bring that over instead. I don't mind if there's like a few, but it's so bright and so metallic. I hope I'm using the right words, but it's too bright, so it's drawing the eye here where I don't want it. It's too attention grabbing. It's too much. So it needs to be less. There. I just got the mascara on and my eyebrows, which came out a little bit darker than I usually do them, but I don't actually mind it with this look. It looks okay. They're still gray, they're just a dark gray. They don't look black, which is what I don't want them to do. I've just done a bit of lip liner in the NYX plumper, what do they call it? Duck Plump in Fill-em-In. It's just it's almost like just my natural lip color, a little bit more purple leaning. And then I've got this really fun gloss from Milk Touch. And it's just it's a multi-chrome gloss, and it just has this silicone paddle on it. And it's quite pretty. Just has a multi-chrome shift in it. It's also plumping, but it's a cooling plumping, unlike the NYX one, which is the stingy plump. I don't mind the stingy stuff or the cool. You don't notice the you can see the multi-chrome more in the actual container than you do on your lips. It just looks like a pink, yeah, you can see that pink sparkle on the lip. But it's nice. Quite pretty. And I figure I've got sparkles everywhere else on my face. Why not put them on my lips as well? So that's that. I've had a play. It isn't a red look, which is what I'd wanted to do. I wanted to challenge myself with a red look, but I don't really have a red. I don't have any real red eyeshadows. So if you have a favorite red eyeshadow palette or a palette with good reds in it, let me know and I will grab it and I will give it a try. I will challenge myself to try things that I'm not comfortable trying and, you know, try and get over it and see how it goes. But yeah, that's it. That's me playing with my face. That is the end of that look. There we go. It's just a nice, I guess, autumnal orange. It was fun. I had fun, and I definitely really like that blaze color. I didn't think I would, and I really, really like it. And I think I actually really like it with the smoke shade, which has the an eggplant aubergine hue to it that I really enjoy as well. So thank you for spending time with me. Thanks for hanging out and trying new makeup and new techniques with me. Like I said, I have the other video where I did my foundation and I used some purple coloring to hide the yellowness that I've been getting around my eyes. And yeah, I don't think it, I think it actually helped. I think it did help. So if you want to check that out, then I will put that link below. And thank you for your time. You have yourself a lovely day, night. Just be happy. And I will see you again. Goodbye.